Hey, welcome in everyone. Another quick video, day fourth of these from the quarantine. So, yeah, going hat today. I don't look good in hats. I don't like hats, but my ratty hair, not exactly an attractive selling point anyway, even though I do realize I have a face made for radio, as they say. Face made for podcasts now. Uh, anyway, so yesterday we talked a bit about the Xbox One and the PS5. And one of the comments on the last video, actually the only comment on the last video from Max, um, was with regards to thinking about grabbing, again, I'm shaking the table. I'm going to start hitting my hand every time I do it. Think about grabbing the underpowered console. I agree. Um, I don't know how that's going to shake out. I do not know enough about the architecture and about how the technology is used and development to say it's fine or it isn't fine. They're basically the same. So we will see when that information, there's more details on that. But it did make me think as well, these half-step consoles have killed me. It always bugged me, even when Nintendo put out, their DSi and DSi, like all that garbage where they'd iterate. And Nintendo, in those circumstances, did not support them, and they basically just died. I'm sure they probably sold a ton of them, never to me, but you know, I would jump in later. Like I have a 3DS XL and I have the Game Boy Advance SP back in the day. But I have to say that even though it is different with the half step they did with the PS4 Pro and with the Xbox X. I forget what the half step on the Xbox was. They many names floating around. And then they had the diskless drive. Um, so that's actually put me off in as a whole from consoles. Um, I don't. I'm not interested in having to worry about cats bugging me while I'm recording this video. I'm not interested in having to worry about whether or not the game I want to play, Ghost of Tsushima, Last of Us 2, coming out soon, how that's going to run when the sequel comes out halfway or a couple years into the PS4. Even as it is now, I look at games and go, well, I don't know if I want to buy that. I guess I'll wait for the PS5 because, frankly, my PS4 isn't good enough to run whatever the case may be. Jedi Fallen Order was one of the offenders, as I recall. I don't know if they fixed those bugs, but my wife is a huge Star Wars fan, and I don't know if I'd be particularly into that game personally. I'm sure I'd find it acceptable and fun for the most part, but I didn't grab it because of all the performance issues and bugs with it. And I shouldn't have to feel that way when I have a console. It should run, right? But I feel like these half steps have given developers more permission to not optimize the game or not make it work properly on those base consoles, and you've sort of been left behind because you didn't plunk down another $400 or $500 for a console you already own, a little beefed up. Give me a computer. Screw that. That PS4. I mean, I guess I can sell it, but it's more or less worthless if you've got the Pro. In my case, I didn't have the um, Xbox One. So I don't know. I find it very upsetting. I'm easy to upset. For example, I just saw the Kellogg's once again. They SpongeBob the movie's coming out. I'm excited. I'm a SpongeBob guy. I know the movies aren't even that great. They're fine. Whatever. Yes, I know I'm lame. And they come out with this crappy cereal that they have these generic little star shapes. Kind of remind me of what I saw with Mario, if I recall correctly. Yeah, I got the Amiibo box. Again, I'm a sucker, especially for Nintendo. And they threw in some crappy Marbits from before, which have gelatin, and I prefer. I'm trying to be vegetarian. Hell, I'd like to be a vegan, healthier, better for the environment, all that. But anyway, um, and they're throwing out this junk, and that's their marketing, right? And then with the Pop Tarts, what was it, Seaberry? What the Seaberry is, but It doesn't tell me anything. And then they didn't even have a design. The Pop Tart is fucking shaped like SpongeBob, like a god sponge. And they decided that they're gonna go and just take the normal freaking sprinkles or stripes, whatever the hell it is, put on there and call it Seaberry and slap SpongeBob's face in the cover, and I'm gonna buy it. No, not happening. So I'm easily upset. And so I would not handle well finding out that 2 or 3 years into the PS5 that hey, it's not going to run the games I needed to. So I increasingly am looking at the PC and just being that, except for Nintendo because they don't release their things elsewhere. This will be the last Sony or Microsoft console that I would own. So I'm curious to see how everyone else feels about the half step consoles. Do they feel, if I'm just being a crotchety old man or get with the times and buy the new iPhone? Hell, I don't even know if people do that anymore. I never did. I ride my cheap Android phone into the ground and then get another. So curious to see what people think. Um, Love to hear from you. But if not, that's fine. No worries. Hopefully, you find some enjoyment in just listening to me ramble. It's what I dig and Giant Bomb. Not that I pretend to be anywhere near as entertaining as somebody like one Mr. Gerstmann or anything like that, or replace any of those people. But sometimes it's nice just to have somebody talk at you. Um, Maybe I can do that. I don't mind rambling into a video. And if not, it's not for you. Trust me, I get it. I'm not for me either. Nor my wife. Just ask her. All right, stay safe, peeps. Peeps. What are you, a marshmallow? See you.